really need to spend a whole lot, especially since I have like 20 some AC because I got this bitchin' armor from this like aquatic god thing that we like saved her ship from these like cursed elements or some shit like that, or some cursed king. I don't remember. It was a little complicated, but so
I am
blessed
honored.
me with that sweet ass armor that gave me just a fuck ton of AC. So very nice. One bar away. I told you we were gonna be goddamn close. When we pop 61, we'll probably start queuing for slave pens. See if we can get slave pens done. That dungeon can be quite. Hold on. That dungeon can be quite difficult, so I had to go. It was a big one, so I had to turn away. Especially the last boss, since they changed everything up and made everything hit harder and be more unique, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, that's very cool, but it makes some of the easier dungeons that you just want to kind of run through harder, which, again, it's good. So I'm on with that. That's actually really good. But it makes the last boss quite a pain to heal, and if you're not prepared, your soul will not be spared. To quote Death Clock, of course. Uh, Anywho, yeah, so I don't really need to spend a whole lot of money on armor items or whatnot. So I spent like all my money on scrolls because I mean it's been allowed. I mean I'm pretty sure by reading how everything works, right? It seems like it's correct. Because I mean I've looked up into the rules, and there's nowhere that says that you can't, like mages and whatnot can't learn spells from scrolls. I'm pretty sure there's somewhere in there that kind of indicates that they can, because scrolls have like the incantations and the ingredients and everything that's needed for spell casting, for casting the spell in general. So it's a one-time cast. So, you know, any way that a mage can learn a spell, you can learn a spell. So, that's why, you know. So, pretty much I buy scrolls, copy down the spell and whatnot into my formula book, and sell the scrolls back, because I no longer need the scrolls. I didn't use them, so they're still 100% operable. Of course, you know, to be a little bit fair, it's like, hey, this scroll's still intact. I would like a full refund, please. Now, to be fair, my DM, I sell it back for like, you know, half the price or whatnot. Okay, sorry. So yeah, don't get to sell it back at full price now, mind you, which is fair. I would never argue that. I'm like, yeah, that's completely fair. Because it'd just be, it's weird, like. I think it would be suspicious, especially if you kept like going to the same store, especially, and you were just like, hey, I want to buy this and this and this scroll. I'm really into spellcasting and stuff, and I love scrolls. And the dude's like, oh yeah, sure. No, go ahead, buy the scroll. Oh, that's why. It's like, he looks pretty low to me. Like, why is this not? Oh, I need a target. Got it. My bad. Yeah, if you just go in and buy, it's like if you went in and, I guess the equivalent would be like a pawn shop or something, I would assume. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Is that Lord Farquaad? No. I remember that what we're looking for here with the belongings. If you remember, I have had a hard time finding it. It's on one of these rocks, like a back corner or something. I'm actually gonna fall down here and work my way back up, so that way I can find everything I need to. Also, this is kind of where the ingredients and shit are, anyways. Ugh, Gotham's so nasty. I hate it. It's lethal, Gotham right here. Yeah, so we'll work our way backwards here, because I remember it's like back against a wall or something. It's pretty hidden, actually. It's pretty garbo. Wasn't it over here that belongs? Just keep your eyes peeled for it, okay? I'll tell you what, I'll keep my eyes peeled. You guys keep your eyes peeled. We'll all eye peel it, okay? All of us will eye peel it. That's the way it came from, isn't it? Yep. It's not over there. Definitely not over there. No. I'm pretty sure this ain't the spot. This ain't the spot. That's okay. We'll find the spot. Your eyes peeled. When you feel I'm watching you. There it is. Right back there. Just chilling on a rock. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yes, we need a bunch more lurkers. So good. Now we need to go find the boss. Which is not what do. Yes. I was gonna say, you ain't just tagging that on me, are you? Because that would be pretty rude. But nah, she helped out. She helped finish that. Awesome. We got the belongings. We're good on that one. Damn dark place. I had quite a hard time finding that before. Alright, so I think we need to go this way. When I have full insanity, I like how fast I move. Not a fan of it when I don't have full insanity. Alright, I'm trying to find the boss. Looks like I found a dead end. Or did I? Or did I? I have no idea where the fuck I'm going. Damn. That's so much damage. Fucking paladins, man. Alright, so we're just heading back up the place we jumped down at. Which is not helping. We need to go to the other end, so we need to go up around there. I feel like that's good. Either way, it's not that big of a deal because we still have like 9 kills we need to get anyways, so it's fine. And we have this paladin who's making it like super easy for us. Okay, man, that route is pretty nasty. Except she's leaving us now. She's exiting. She's adiosing. 86 in this, but that's okay. We need to find the Lord, anyways. Found him. I'm coming, motherfucker! I know I could just levitate down here, but like that ain't how I roll. I'm insane and out of control. So that's you guys just gotta get used to that. All right, I need a shield again. Because Lord Farquaad here is gonna kick my ass. Alright, finish him. Finish him like bitch he is. Alright, so we got all the plants. We just need to fight a few of these guys on our way out of here so we get all that we need. Alright, moved it just in time. I was like, I had to stop talking because like part of me was like trying to cough. But then part of it was like holding it in. I was like, oh no, move the mic. And I got it just oh my god, there's a lot of these bitches here. I did not expect not resurgence, but a respawn of that caliber coming out of here. Alright, we need a shield again, because there's none of that. I'm not getting rooted again. Yeah, we're doing a lot more damage than we were before we came here, so I'm really appreciative of that new talent that we picked up there. That void ray, man, it's nice shit right there. Alright, 3 more kills needed. Trying to save these poor sporlings. Poor unfortunate sporlings. Sad, but true. Anywho, let's finish this guy's off. So yeah, it would just be weird if like if you went up into a place and like bought something and then like an hour later came back. I was like, hey, you know what? In fact, I didn't need this. Here you go. And you keep doing that like again and again. Like the first time, they would be like, oh yeah, no problem, man, no problem. Man. Just let me know if there's anything else you need. But then you keep coming, then you keep doing it again and again. It's like, what kind of scam you pulling here, man? Because I ain't falling for this shit. You're up to something. You can't just like, why don't you make up your mind, man? You can't buy from my store anymore. Get out of here, you know. So yeah, it would definitely be suspicious. So that's why he just bring like, hey, dude, I found like go to a different place. It's like, hey, I found like a buttload of fucking scrolls, man. How much you give me for these? Which, regardless, is gonna be less than they're gonna sell it back, because that's just how it works in any kind of pawn shop scenario. Pawn shop's kind of is the closest thing we have to like a trade system kind of thing in like video games. Cause, you know, like you can sell stuff to people and then buy stuff and like all kinds of fantasy games and whatnot. But in reality, the only thing that we have that's even somewhat equivalent of that would be like a pawn shop, where you can buy stuff from them and sell. But of course, when you sell, they're going to give you less than what they can sell it for, because otherwise they wouldn't make any money. You know, they give you free money pretty much for the stuff you have, so they need a way to finance it, you know, for themselves, make sense to actually sell the stuff. So I guess that makes sense. Anywho, so yeah, it's a long way of explaining why I have so many goddamn spells. So I'm pretty much the Alchemist version of like, oh, I got an app for that. Like, I got a spell for that. Like, oh man, I wish I could breathe underwater. Right here, I got that. I got you. Oh, I wish I could fly. I got a spell for that, motherfucker. You know. So it's really fun. What I'm focusing on is Alchemists, because Alchemists are very diverse. Is a very diverse class. I'm finding. Because I didn't know anything about Alchemists before I went in. I was just like, I was trying to decide when I was creating this character between an Alchemist or a Gunslinger. Hold on. And, you know, I'm not even going to say hold on anymore. If all of a sudden I stop talking and you can't hear a soft echo of a cough, just assume I'm coughing. Okay? If I just stop talking for no reason, just assume I'm coughing. Okay? Okay. Listen. Oh. Yeah. So they could. Yeah. I was trying to decide between Gunslinger and Alchemist, and Gunslinger seemed really fun because I like to watch Critical Role, which if you haven't watched them, they're a great D&D group to watch. They're amazing. Fucking Matt Mercer is awesome, and his crew that he has with him are really funny dudes and dudettes. So definitely check that out. Anywho, yeah, because I've seen a Gunslinger there. I'm like, oh, Gunslingers could be pretty cool. You know, that could be very cool. And then I read up on Alchemist. It was like sold Alchemist. Like I don't even need to hear anything else. Alchemist sold now. Do it. Let's do it. 500 quests. Damn, son. So yeah, Alchemist has just caught my attention. I just like, that's so cool, man. Everything they can do. Ooh, saving them. Okay, got one chapter done, one level in so far. Pretty. Oh, and 4 bars already into the next one. So far, we're already doing what we want to be doing. Getting done what we need to get done here. We can move the identified player. Actually, we got. Do we get more? I don't think we get more experience from more tournament. I think it's a rep or something. But we'll keep them just in case. Why not? We can upgrade there. This ring was an upgrade a long time ago, but I didn't do anything with it. My bad. Not a big deal, but you know, effective on my end. So let's get these blessings here. But yeah, you can do so much with them. You can, I mean, based off, because they do like 3 different things, really. And you can do some interesting combinations with those 3 different things. Me personally, I am using a mixture of the 3 things. So they can do 3 things. They can create bombs and do some very nasty single target and AoE damage, which is a lot of fun. They can make potions like crazy, kind of like I mentioned before, and just kind of be like a potion mage or a support character for the team by just, you know, healing and giving buffs to the team or whatever, which gets pretty fucking ridiculous. And they can use their mutagens and certain discoveries with their mutagens to become these pretty nasty melee, like Jekyll, as my friend likes to call it, the Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing, to where, you know, you got your normal Dr. Jekyll, I think is the normal state of him. And then you take your mutagen and you turn into a crazy ass Mr. Hyde and you just go rah, 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 rah. Or maybe it's the reverse, I don't know. But you know, that story. You do some crazy shit like that. I guess we'll go over to the Watcher first. So yeah, you can make some crazy shit happen with that. And I've done it in the order that I actually said it out loud, for reasons unknown to me. So yeah, I focus on bombs primarily. I'm like a bombing support, really, is what I've done for my team. So we'll get to all of it here in a second, but usually I'm specializing on bombs at the current moment with my discoveries with fast bombing and stuff like that, along with stuff like haste and stuff like that. So far I can throw, for being, I think we're level 8. Being level 8, I can throw 3 bombs around, doing a fuck ton of damage to one target, and then a bunch of splash damage to everything around it. It can get pretty nasty. So I can do some nice nasty damage with that shit, which is fun. And then for my potions, which as I mentioned, I got a fuck ton of potions. I can use them just to have fun in general. Like I created, like one of those floating discs that usually you like use as a pack mule to carry around with you. Since I'm a small creature, I just created one of those and just jumped on it and started riding around while I was throwing bombs at people. It was completely ineffective and very slow, but it was funny. The whole time I was like yelling out the Ride of the Valkyrie song. Oh, it was great. But usually I like to enlarge one of our heavy hitters, like our barbarian or our fighter or our paladin. Just enlarge them and let them just do unspeakable amounts of damage while giving them bonuses to their AC, to their strength, to their health. Make it so they can attack another round, and just just super buffing up our heavy hitters while I stand in the back and just keep everyone alive with both healing potions and wands of cure light wounds, wands of cure moderate wounds, and whatnot. So when they go down, I just crawl my small ass, up to them and just heal them and then back off and I keep throwing bombs. So I'm I use my my potions not to necessarily be a mage. Sometimes I do, but most of the time I use it as a support class. Yes, the bog tendrils. And that was another one that I was trying to sell to people, or not even sell, give away for free. The bog tendrils, but they were not having it. Okay, so I'm supposed to investigate this place, so I can just fly up in here, in the middle here, and I'm sure that will investigate it. Boom, complete. Suck on my wake. It's getting bad. I need to take a sip here. Sorry, coughing more, so I need to move the mic more. Hopefully it's muffling the sound a little bit. But for anything that, and I use my, I've actually never used my mutagen yet for actual reasons. Soon at level 10 I'll start using it all seriously and whatnot. But for now I've actually not. I've only used my mutagen once, and it wasn't for me. We were fighting this this NPC who was actually a recurring. Was a character that both my DM and another friend of ours who's in the group, they had a different campaign a long time ago, and they put both of their characters from that campaign in as NPCs that show up occasionally. Well, this guy was mind controlled by some bitch ass pixie motherfucker that was fucking giving us a hard fucking time. Yeah, he was mind controlled, and he was a high level fighter, so he was fucking literally, I've never seen my teammates get down so many times in one goddamn fight. So I was pretty much just I need to incapacitate this guy so I can have the time to resurrect everybody. Where are the no? Okay, there's a sack over there. I was like, why can't I find any goddamn sacks around here? I need to fight you, Mr. Bug Lord, because I need your tendrils. And so I literally, I assume that this was just my, for the sake of plot, and first off as an out, so that our DM didn't accidentally kill all of us before he wanted to. I assume he kind of maybe would have fudged the numbers to help make this work, but I took my mutagen and tossed it at this motherfucker, because if any non-alchemist drinks a mutagen, they become violently ill and vomit profusely. So instead of using it for myself, I chucked it at his fucking face, which a little bit got in his mouth, and he was pretty much incapacitated for like 4 or 5 turns because he was just puking his guts out, which then helped us kick his ass and get him non-mind controlled. So that was fucking funny. Very funny. Indeed. Hello, excuse you. We got 2 of these punk asses on me, so we need to... God, they beat through my show pretty quickly. Take it, take it! Just take it! Damn it, take it! Alright, we should be fine. We'll glide. These 2, hit them up with the good shit. Alright. They are not giving me any tendrils, man. This is garbage. I'll go to this side over here, the Quag Ridge, after I'm done getting these sacks. They usually drop tendrils a little bit more frequently, at least, so that'll be good. But for now, we're getting some good experience while we wait for that to pop. 6 minutes in, I'm assuming it's going to take a while after the whole 50-minute debacle yesterday that didn't even go off. So that was fun. I don't think they have these sacks over there. I think we got to get these sacks in here. It doesn't really matter. We're getting a good amount of sacks here. Which is a sentence I never thought I would say very often, but we are, indeed. Yeah. So the point of my mutagen, once I hit level 10, I am going to get feral mutagen, which is going to give me claws and shit. So if I ever need to go for single target damage or enemies that are kind of immune to fire in general, or just kind of fiery and doing shit to them, then I will drink that mutagen, get my claws out. It gives me 2 claw attacks and a bite attack. I can use it to up my strength. So since I don't have a lot of strength, I think I have 12 strength. I'm working on it a little bit so I can actually make this happen.